A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Australia is facing a significant crisis as the housing market becomes increasingly unaffordable and inaccessible for younger generations. After more than a decade of conservative governance at both the state and federal levels, the consequences of these policies are becoming glaringly apparent. Reports indicate that many individuals under the age of 40 are struggling to find suitable housing, a situation exacerbated by the actions of wealthy landlords who own multiple properties and dominate the market. This reality is underscored by a recent letter from Doran Susiu of Elibana, who highlights how over 10% of investment property owners possess 3 or more properties, effectively sidelining first-time homebuyers. The issue is compounded by rising costs associated with purchasing real estate, including deposits, fees, and maintenance, as noted by Bruce Clydesdale from Bathurst, who argues that the financial burden of being a landlord is becoming untenable. As governments attempt to regulate rent increases, landlords may exit the market, further straining the availability of affordable housing and shifting the burden onto taxpayers. The discussion around the housing crisis is intricately linked to the broader issue of climate change, which has been making headlines with reports of unprecedented heat waves and natural disasters across the globe. The impact of climate change is evident in the wildfires raging in Greece and California, as well as the destructive floods in South Korea, Colorado, India, and Italy. These extreme weather events have been predicted by climate scientists for decades, yet Australia finds itself lagging behind in climate action due to the obstructionist tactics of previous governments. Alan Merrill from North Curl points out the urgent need for action, emphasizing that the repercussions of inaction will be felt by future generations. The ongoing debate surrounding the proposed Indigenous voice to Parliament is also intertwined with these issues, as it represents an opportunity for meaningful engagement and reparations that could positively influence both social and environmental policies. The plight of heritage assets in New South Wales further complicates the situation. A recent report from the NSW Auditor General has revealed a woeful state of care for heritage sites, a consequence of the previous government's disdain for historical preservation. Bob Edgar from Westmead criticizes the previous administration for prioritizing development over heritage, leading to the destruction of significant sites. As the current government grapples with these challenges, there is a pressing need for swift action to protect the state's cultural heritage. In light of these pressing issues, many Australians are calling for a re-evaluation of urban planning policies. The proliferation of large, treeless homes in newer suburbs has contributed to rising temperatures and heat stress, as noted by Catriona Herborn of Blackheath. The absence of green spaces in these developments raises questions about the sustainability of such planning practices, especially as climate change continues to escalate. Dorothy Glicksman from Cedar Brush Creek advocates for immediate changes to building codes to mitigate the effects of extreme heat. The ongoing discourse surrounding these interconnected issues underscores the urgency for collective action. As Australians navigate the complexities of housing affordability, climate change, and heritage preservation, it is clear that a comprehensive approach is needed to address the challenges facing the nation. The decisions made today will have lasting implications for future generations, and it is imperative that we act decisively to create a more equitable and sustainable future. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.